What's up, guys? It's your one and only Danny TV back at it again with a new video on this cool but wonderful, beautiful fall day. Y'all know I am the queen of nature. I love nature, but not for real, y'all. Nevertheless, I wanted to come on here to talk about friendships and why reinstating friendships is actually a bad idea. Um, and the signs to look out for when you want to end a friendship. So, first things first, you got unresolved conflict, unrealistic expectations, and changed circumstances. Let's start off with the unresolved conflicts because, for one, the reason why your friendship ended in the first place could possibly be because of an unresolved conflict. You know, a conflict, it could be because of a conflict that never intended on getting resolved, so the friendship ended. If you try to reinstate that friendship, that would actually be a bad idea because a lot of people, they don't like to hold accountability, for their actions, and they just feel like, oh, let's just sweep that under the rug. It's nothing to talk about, you know. So the conflict will remain unresolved, specifically because they don't want to talk about it, and they don't feel like they should have the need to talk about the conflict, you know. And so y'all would just be sitting in front of each other's faces with a reinstated friendship, but y'all, it's just fake as hell. It's fake. Unrealistic. What did I say? Unrealistic expectations. Meaning, like, y'all just, the friendship drifted away because, like, you got something else planned for your future. They got something else planned for their future. Y'all not on the same page with each other anymore. Y'all not agreeing with each other no more. And sometimes that's okay, but a lot of people that have these friendships, they don't really give the other person grace. They be so keen on trying to, like, force their expectations of their life on their friend, and it makes them uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? I can contest to that because I've had that issue a lot, you know, with a lot of friends. See, and I'm speaking because I've had a lot of friendships with black women. Black women, they like to force their expectations on you. It's like, for instance, I could say, man, I want to do landscaping, you know? I could be like, I want to do landscaping, and I'm trying to own my own business in landscaping. But what they want to do is they want to be a party host. And it's like, no, I think you should get in the party host business. Hosting parties is where the money is at. And you should think about that. You really want to do landscaping, hosting parties. And it's like, bruh, if this is what I want to do, this is what I want to do. Why force your life expectations on me? That's how a lot of friendships end as well, you know. And when you try to reinstate those friendships, it's not always a great idea because y'all just ain't gonna do nothing but continue to drift apart even more. What was the other one? Changed. I think damn, how did I forget that one? People change as well. People change. I'm probably just gonna turn around and go the other way because it's a lot going on down there. People change, So it could be it could be a whole nother reason why the friendship ended in the first place, right? But when you reinstate that friendship, you thinking, oh, this is still the same person that this still the same person, she's still cool, or he's still cool. Same person that I met when we first started our friendship. And then once that reinstated friendship goes on, that person shows you how different they have become. Some people change for the worse. Some people change for the damn worse. And I mean, whole personality does like a whole 360, and you will be looking like, what the what the fuck happened to you? Did you turn into a demon when I was away for those years or those months? What happened to you? And you don't start seeing those signs until you like a little deep into the friendship, and they start acting a certain kind of way towards you, saying certain things. You get to looking at them differently now, you know. Um, so those are the reasons why. Oh, another reason is like you could potentially get hurt. See, friendships is kind of like relationships. It's kind of like being in a relationship a little bit. See, you could be putting yourself in a situation to where you can get hurt too, mentally, um, emotionally. People want to be friends with you. You want to be friends with them. You thinking they all good in your eyes. They good peoples and all that stuff. And next thing you know, they start saying hurtful things to you, doing hurtful things to you. And then y'all start drifting away. And you so attached to this person, like you really didn't want them to drift away from you. But it's like, it is what it is. Now you left with pain. Now you left with hurt. That's why you got to keep your guards up. That's why you got to keep your guards up around these people, like for real. Like anytime you think about ever trying to reinstate a friendship, I'm not trying to like discourage anybody. I'm not trying to discourage anybody from reinstating a friendship if that's what you want to do. But in my honest opinion, that's all I have ever done, bro. All I have ever done is reinstate friendships that turned out to be worse than it was like when the friendship ended. Um, I advise you to keep your guards up at all times. Real talk. Because the times that we living in, a lot of people have negative intentions. A lot of people, they don't have a positive mindset like you think they do. They don't. You might think they do because they present themselves that way, but over time, you will begin to see that this person that's hiding behind this mask is a demon, demonic. You gotta, before you can put yourself in a position to label it as a friendship, you gotta think, is this what you really want? Like, it's like you gotta, sometimes you might have to sit down and write some things down, you know? I'm going over here. So much going on. Sometimes you gotta sit down and write some things down, you know? Is this what I really want? Who is this person? Write down the pros and the cons about them. What's good about them? What's bad about them? If the cons outweighs the pros, then you got a problem on your hands. You know? Let me sit down right here. If the cons outweighs the pros, you got a problem. If the pros outweighs the cons, then you don't have a problem. But you still want to, you know, sit down and talk to this person. You know, and if they have like this negative demeanor, this is like when I'm talking about reinstating a friendship right now. If they have this negative demeanor when you talking to them, or if you just even sense that something ain't right and you could just feel it in your spirit, stay away from them. Stay away from them. Sometimes we go against our gut. Sometimes we tend to, go against our spiritual discernment, because some of us were given spiritual discernment and we still go against that. Sometimes we tend to go against that and not listen to it, and it's like by you ignoring it, you're not doing yourself any favors at all. You're actually putting yourself in a worse position than you were in before. And like I said, I've had issues like this in the past where my biggest mistake has always been reinstating friendships, because I get in these moments, sometimes, how like when you could just be, it's like your sense of smell, it's kind of like when a person is deceased, and when a person is deceased, a certain smell or a song or a color, whatever the case may be, it reminds you of them. It's the same thing with lost friendships. And I feel like I used to dive too deep into that. Like a certain song will remind me of a friend, a smell, a television show, just my surroundings, wherever I'm at, the vibe, things that I do. It reminds me of an old friendship. And I'll be like, dang, man, I get to reminiscing, and I'm like, man, I remember when me and so used to do this and we used to do that. And next thing you know, I'm thinking about reaching out to that person all day. I'm not even thinking about what it was that tore apart the friendship, because I'm too focused on all of the things that we used to do, instead of thinking about the negative part of them, which is the reason why the friendship ended. And that's how I used to end up reaching out to old friends and reinstating friendships and stuff like that. And I had this, I ain't gonna lie, I had my one friend, me and her, we was friends for, she was from the west side of Chicago. The difference between us is she was a west side chick, I was a south side chick. Anywho, we was friends for a very long time, on and off though, on and off. And the reason why our friendship ended all the way back in, I want to say 2015. Yeah, it was like 2015. It was because a situation happened where she was messing with this guy. Mind you, we would always cut each other off. We were so back and forth with one another that we would always cut each other off and start back talking. Like the longest that we had cut each other off was for like 2 years or something like that. And 2 years is a long time to go without talking to one of your best friends, because we used to have a lot of problems with each other, or it's just like problems on the side that would interrupt the friendship. And it's like, and I used to think to myself, like, what I'm doing is really wrong. I should not be constantly trying to reinstate a friendship that's no good for me. But yet and still, I would still do it. But anyway, back to what I was saying. The last time I've talked to her was all the way back in 2015, and that it went horrible because she ended up doing something that was like extremely bad, and I mean like something I would never do to her, to the point where it had both of us, we got into a scuffle. You know, we got into an actual physical fight, and I'm gonna call it what it is. I thought she was going to whoop my ass. I thought she was, because you know she swore up and down. She had them hands and whatnot, but I ended up putting the paws on her. I hate to say it. Um, I'm not one of those people that's like, oh yeah, I'll beat that bitch ass. I didn't want to though. I didn't want to do that to her. You know what I mean? And I didn't even know that I was going to end up doing that to her, because I thought she was gonna get me though. Even though she was the one that did wrong to me. So when I say she did wrong to me, she stole from me. Her and this guy that she was talking to, they stole the keys to my car, bro, and went joyriding in my vehicle, without me even knowing. I was in the bathroom. They left. They was gone for over an hour and some change. Um, I was with the guy that I was talking to at the time as well. And when they end up getting back, I confronted her about it. She felt like she wasn't wrong for what she did, which I'm looking like, is you damn crazy? What the fuck is wrong with you? How do you feel like you're not right for? And this guy that she was with, I didn't know him from a can of paint. He was like some hoodlum off the block that she just brought over there. And he had a lot of, ops and stuff like that. That's what I, from that day and hearing him talk, and the guy that he was, he had a lot of ops and stuff. And I'm looking like that's what ticked me off, because first of all, sweetheart, you stole the keys to my car. You went joyriding with this dude that got ops, that's already looking for ops, that already got ops looking for him. Anything could have happened to you. Of course, I was definitely worried about my friend. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, my first initial thought was, I thought that he kidnapped her at gunpoint, low key or something, like, and told her, you better take that bitch keys and let's go. I thought that's what happened, but the whole time he convinced her to take my keys so they can go to White Castles, when all she had to do was ask me, could you take me and my guy to White Castles so we can get something to eat because we hungry. I was in the bathroom. You could have just waited. Instead, you stole my keys. You didn't call my name. You didn't knock on the door. You didn't ask me about it, at least at first, even though I was gonna say no, because like, what the fuck? I mean, yeah, we best friends, but I don't trust anybody driving my vehicle. That's dead. Honestly. Um she didn't have her license, he didn't have his license. That whole vehicle was in my name. Real talk. So yeah, when she got back, I confronted her. She didn't feel like she was wrong. We got into a scuffle. I put the paws on her, unfortunately. And I'm not gonna lie, like, her nose was bleeding. Like, she was bleeding. And I felt bad. And I was like, she was crying and she was like, why would you do that to me? I didn't want to fight you. And I'm like, I didn't want to fight you either, but like, what the fuck? She was all in my face telling me that she's not wrong for what she did, and she had every right. Like, anything could have happened to either you or this vehicle. Could have got shot up or whatever the case may be. Yeah, that shit went totally left. And man, this was like this was like 10 years ago. Like, literally 9, 10 years ago. Yeah, that shit was crazy. And after that, um, she was like, we just gonna call a cab and we gonna go home. I'm like, good, because I don't want you driving, and I would be damned if I ride you back to your house and drop this nigga off in my car. Like, no, no. Me and my guy, we about to get up out of here. We gone. So me and him, we left, and the whole ride, we was just, he was like, man, I can't believe you. He was like, but it's not your fault though. Like, don't blame yourself. I was like crying and shit. And I'm like, I didn't want to do that to her. Like, now the friendship is over with for real now. And then so me and her, we had stopped talking for, I want to say, about a year. We stopped talking, I believe. And then I reached back out to her through social media, and she was just like, what do you want from me? Like, why do you keep like getting back cool with me, and then we get into it, or the friendship's just over with, or you always go MIA on me. One thing I can say about myself and friendships is I am good for going MIA on motherfuckers, because I always felt like I had this mindset of like, shit, what's understood don't have to be explained. Meaning, you know what you did as a person. You a grown ass woman. I shouldn't have to tell you what you did in order for the friendship to end. I'm not gonna remind you of your faults, because you ain't gonna do nothing but try to defend it. So that's why I always felt like, um, what's understood don't have to be explained. And I had that I lived with that mindset for a long time. But before I go into the what's understood don't have to be explained, I want to finish off that part of me and her friendship by saying, like, one thing I can say is she did say, what do you want from me? At least she wasn't fake as hell and was like, oh shit, let's get back cool. Honestly, we did get back cool, but I forced it. She didn't want to be cool with me. She told me that I was wrong for putting my hands on her. I told her I apologize. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you. I was like, you fought me back too, but at the same time, like, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I'm like, you went joyriding in my car with some hoodlum that, and you just feel like you was wrong for what you did. She was like, I understand that, but like, what are we doing? Like, what is this? If we gonna be cool, we need to be cool. If we're not, we need to just end it. And I was like, well, I do want to be cool with you. I miss you. I miss our friendship. And what do you know? We was cool for a few months. I want to say about 3 or 4 months, and it ended again completely this time, because like we was drifting away. Like, we weren't really texting each other. We wasn't really on the phone. And then she was just like showing the side of her, like, man, I don't want to be cool with her. Like, she forced herself actually into the friendship still though. So it ended up ending. Fast forward, ain't heard from her since. Ain't heard from her in over 10 years. And would I ever try to reach back out again? No, I won't. It was just too many off and on again situations. And back to what I was saying though, when I was like, what's understood don't have to be explained. I lived with that mindset for so long. Like, I always felt like what's understood don't have to be explained, because it's grown ass women out here that really do wrong. And they feel like, I mean, shit. Honestly, this the crazy part. If a female really wanted a friendship, and honestly, I'm speaking specifically on a certain group of women right now, from my perspective, which is black women. A lot of black women are very wicked, and they just feel like they wicked, they childish, irresponsible. They don't feel like, they owe you an apology, anything like that. And if you stop talking to them for a certain amount of days, they won't reach out to you. Like, it's my thing is, too, what if I'm busy? What if I'm busy What, you know my schedule. I know your schedule because we friends, right? So what if I'm working? What if you working? And I've been busy for them 2 days, but I'm always the one calling you. The phone works both ways. What's wrong with you reaching out to me too? But this how you know they be wanting the friendships to end, because they don't even attempt to try to reach out to you to see how you doing or anything. They just leave it like that, go, and then next thing you know, it's months and months that went by, a year that done went by, you still ain't heard from them. And you like, damn. So she really wasn't gonna reach out to me. That's how wicked they are. They don't even try to check on you. Nowadays, that's how it is. They don't really try to check on you. So, and that's what I mean when I say, like, at that point, y'all done drifted away. And you think I'm about to reach back out to you? No, what's understood don't have to be explained. That's how I used to think. You know what you did. You know that you didn't want this friendship in the first place, because if you did, you most definitely would have been like, Danny, what's up? I ain't heard from you in 48 hours. You good? You straight? You know? Um, and then also, for instance, I used to give a lot of females grace. I used to give them grace because, being that they were my friends, I used to be like, oh, I already know how my friend is. She be joking when she say stuff like that, or you know, um, she be joking when she do stuff like that. Blah blah blah. And then, like, I give them too much grace to the point where they take advantage of the things that they're able to say to me, and they don't even consider my feelings and how I might feel that day about them saying a joke on me. And next thing you know, I'm good for going MIA on your ass. I'll cut your ass off in a heartbeat, and I'm not gonna reach out to you. You know, will they even attempt to call me? Majority of the time, no. They this how you know, like, a lot of them never wanted a friendship in the first place, because they don't even attempt to reach out to me and make me feel like you knew what the fuck you said to me. That's why I just be on some, like, it is what it is. Like, what's understood don't have to be explained in. You know? I'm not about to reach out to you and say, hey, I feel like you was wrong for what you said to me, even though you was joking, you know? But this is how I used to think, guys. This is how I used to think. But now that I'm older, and I've watched a video from Stephen Darby, I'm gonna start back walking again. See, my legs get to locking up on me when I sit too long, and I know I'm getting a little older. So I gotta move around. But I watched a few videos from Stephen Darby, and he said something that me and my husband have been actually doing as of lately, which actually has been a great big help in friendships. One thing you always want to do, don't just go MIA on them. Give them the reason. If you want your friendship to end, give them the reason. Some of us become stubborn and we feel like, man, I ain't finna explain myself. It's understandable sometimes. I get it. Sometimes you don't want to explain yourself. Give yourself a little time. You know, if you're the one cutting somebody off, give yourself some time. You don't have to just instantly be like, you know what? The reason, because if you do that, then, it's not going to turn out great. Like, the conversation ain't going to turn out great. You want to have like a civilized adult conversation with them and let them know the reason why you are deciding to end the friendship. Give yourself a little bit of time if that's what you need. If you don't need no time, you reach out to them. Either it could be through a text, whatever makes you feel comfortable. A text message, a phone call, either one of those. Because leaving a voicemail I just feel like that's just unprofessional, you know? Um, and just let them know how you feel. Let them know how you felt. Let them know the reason why you want to end this reinstated ass friendship. And then you let them know. Then you let them know I no longer want to talk to you. Um Please don't reach out to me ever again. If you reach out to me again, I'm going to file a restraining order against you. Because, see, you got to say that to them because sometimes they take you as a joke. You got some people that will keep reaching out. Family will do that shit too. Family will take you for a joke. See, a lot of family too, they don't know boundaries. They don't understand boundaries. So they feel like, shit, whatever. I'm going to reach back out to her again whenever she calmed down from whatever it is that she's going through, because she probably just tripping. You know, people don't take you serious enough, and you got to let them know that you stand on business. You ain't got to block them. Ain't no, like, be a grown-ass person. You ain't got to block them. Ain't no need of blocking them. Once you let them know, because see, people don't respect your boundaries. So you got to show them what boundaries is. If I don't want to talk to you ever again, if they don't understand that, what you said, then you say, and they reach back out to you still, I already told you I don't want to talk to you. And I told you and I asked you nicely, stop reaching out to me. If you reach out to me again, I will go to the police station and file a restraining order against you. Leave me alone. Don't ever call me. Don't ever text me. Don't email me. None of that. Bam. It's it. It's over with. Now they cut off for real. Now you ain't even got to block them because, see, they going to know that you mean business in that order. You know? This is how me and my husband have been taught to end a friendship with people. I ain't gonna lie, I've had to tell 2 people that I was gonna file a restraining order against them if they keep reaching out to me, because they didn't take what I said serious. And I understand it's probably because, like, you know, I always fall back into the reinstating of friendships and stuff like that. But I'm really done doing that shit. Like, my last straw with reinstating a friendship was this year. That was my last straw, man. I'm done. Like, I'm all to myself again. I'm all to Danny. You know, I feel like I deserve my me time. I deserve my self-care time. I deserve all of me. Just because a person may have some similar characteristics as you, meaning that you guys may be somewhat like-minded, it doesn't mean that oh, I thought the guy was coming again with his bike. Just because you and that person might have similar characteristics, y'all might, you know, like some of the same things and whatnot, and have like a like-minded mindset, it doesn't necessarily mean that they good peoples for you. And I had to come to that realization, because honestly, some people is going to kind of got to throw it off a little bit. Some people is going to have like a slight difference from you, And it could be in a worse way. It could be the reason why y'all friendship, reinstated friendship could end, or your current friendship could end. Like, we live in a world where people just force their beliefs on other people. We live in a world where people force um their whatever. Damn, how did I forget the damn word? We live in a world where people just force shit down your throat. I'm gonna just say that. And then they get mad at you because it's not what you want to do. Like, I don't understand that shit. I don't. And honestly, that's one of the number one reasons why a lot of my friendships always end, because me and these females, we don't agree on the same things. And I feel like it's okay. It's fine for us not to agree on the same thing. I don't expect for you to force that shit down my throat though. Also, let's be 100. Social media gets in the way of friendships as well. Social media is one of the biggest reasons why a lot of friendships end as well. Social media, like, outside of speaking about myself, social media, majority of the times, is like always one of the number one reasons why friendships end, because it's too much gossip going on. It's too much gossip. It's too much, you know, enviness going on. Trying to make sure ain't nobody behind me. It's too many people that envy you, or you begin to envy them, whatever the case may be, man. Too many, like, people speaking, talking about you on social media. And then, like, see, let me tell you something. See, you will go through a little thing with your friendship or whatnot. They get on Facebook or whatever social media site, get the updating little statuses and making videos and stuff, and they talking about it. So you be a grown ass person about it, and instead of commenting underneath their status with a video, you decide, man, I'm gonna just reach out to them. I got their number. I'm gonna just hit them up, right? It's a phone call or a text message. Hey, are you talking about so and so? You never said, is you talking about me? You asking them, are you talking about so and so? They turn around and they like, why would you feel like I'm talking about you? And you like, wait a minute, I ain't never say you was talking about me, so that mean you was then. Like, and then when people, not even just that, people start acting a certain kind of way, they let the social media get to their brains, bro. Sit down for a second. They let social media come between their friendships, come between the people that they are. People be having that social media mindset, social media personality, and it changes them for the worse. You know, they feel like since they getting all of that attention, all building up all of them followers and getting likes and shares and whatever the case may be, a lot of people turn into demonic beings behind social media. They need a lot of validation from social media. Y'all see me. I ain't changed not one bit. I got almost 4,000 subscribers thanks to you guys. Um, excuse me. I got almost 4,000 subscribers. I ain't let it change me. I ain't let social media change me not one bit. You know, I just feel like when it's time to talk about life, different circumstances, sometimes I get my take on it using my own life circumstances or my past circumstances. I bring it here to my platform and I speak about it, but I don't let it change the person that I am. Just because I have the amount of subscribers that I have, I don't let it change me, because that could be taken away from you in a heartbeat. That the how fast it was given to you is how fast it can be taken away from you. A lot of people don't humble themselves, and then they wonder why they friendships drift away. They wonder why, they wonder why they wonder why their friendships drift away. And then they just be feeling like, shit, I wasn't wrong. I ain't do nothing wrong. I don't care anyway. Like, damn, you don't even care to address it. And then when you try to bring it to them to address the situation, they get offended. They got the audacity to get offended and get negative. See, real friendships is going to have its fallouts. Like, yeah, y'all not, like I said, you're not going to always agree on the same thing, and that's perfectly fine. That's okay. That's how it is sometimes. Y'all just, y'all don't agree on the same thing. Y'all have slight disagreements or whatnot. But that don't mean like, let's get into it with each other and really dislike each other and really walk away from the friendship. And like, come on, bro. Is it really necessary? Obviously it is then, because that just goes to show that you didn't really care about the friendship in the first place. If you so quick to walk away from a friendship that you wanted to last for a very long time, that means that you never gave two shits about the friendship in the first place. That's what that means. And that's how I see it. Some signs that you should definitely look for in a friendship before it's time to end it is like the way that they act towards you. Look for signs like, the difference between, when y'all first got cool all the way up until the current status of your friendship, which means like obviously y'all still friends, but like look at the way they act and address them about it. If they get extremely offended, ready to argue with you, it's over with. If you feel any kind of way, if you get that gut feeling, if you have that spiritual discernment, whatever the case may be, if you pray and you ask God to reveal that person to you and they show you who they are, walk away. It's over with. If that person don't support you, but you support them, walk away. Because you know what that means. If that person get drunk or got a sober mind and they get too comfortable and they continuously say hurtful things out their mouth towards you after you already told them not to say things like that in the first place, it's time to walk away. Because that just lets you know that's how they really feel about you. Real talk. If that person shows you who they are in front of other people, like for instance, Y'all cool, y'all chill around each other, but when they get around a group of people, a crowd of people, they show out. They putting you on blast. They putting you on blast in front of everybody, cracking jokes on you, laughing at you, airing your business out in front of people. Walk away. Walk away. If that person is not there for you in the harshest times, this is the biggest one. If that person ain't there for you in one of the hardest times in your life and you really need them, God damn it, walk away. You need that support. Like, for instance, if you become homeless, right? God forbid, and your friend knows about it and you reach out to your friend and let them know. I'm not saying like they gotta let you live with them. Um, I mean it's really based off of they housing status, they housing situation. If they got a roof over their head, they good. They always gonna be good, and they got plenty of room in their house for you to live in, and they don't want to help you, and they leaving you out here like that. Man, walk the fuck away. But if they housing status is pretty difficult, you know what I mean, and it's hard for them to, they would more than likely let you stay with them, but like they got a lot going on. I would say just look for the signs of if they gonna be there for you through your trying times. Like if they really gonna help you. Like if they gonna help you get into some employment, if they gonna help you figure out where you can lay your head at, if they gonna at least be a mental support for you, stay on the phone with you sometimes when you need somebody to talk to while helping you at the same time. Look for those. And if you don't see any of those signs, walk your ass away from that person. Walk away and stay far away. Because that just goes to show you that, you know, some people prey on your downfall and you never know who it is. It be the people that's closest to you that'll prey on your downfall. But that just goes to show you who you really dealing with. I had to walk away from a lot of friendships 5-6 years ago. Matter of fact, 6 years ago when I started going through my situation, you know, a lot of family as well. People showed me who they really were. And I said, well, damn it, I wish I had been doing this. But I'm glad that y'all showed me who y'all truly are. With me going through this, y'all showed me that y'all would never support me mentally. Y'all showed me that y'all would never help me, you know, with my children. Y'all showed me all of that, bro. And I'm glad that y'all did. I walked away from them fast as hell, man. All you seen was dust coming from the bottom of my feet. Not literally, you know, but it was over with because like I mean, when people showed me that side of them, I was like, damn. So all this time I'm talking to you. This how evil people are, y'all. Like this is how, even if they can't be there for you financially, materialistic, whatever it is, they can at least be there as a mental support. That's what a lot of people fail to realize. A lot of people. You just need mental support. They can't even be there for you mentally. Man, move around. And unfortunately, sometimes it be your own damn parents. It's like, what am I talking to you for? What are we even in contact for? Let me go ahead, get my life straight. You go ahead about your life. I'm going to pray for you. Hope everything is all well with you. But I can't do this. If you can't mentally support me at the least, because I'm not asking for no money from you. I understand you can't give me no money. I understand You can't help me in the way that you want to, that I'm asking you to help me. But damn it, I'm asking you to be here for me mentally, and you can't even do that. Well, then, damn. And I'm talking about friendships, family, whatever. You got to walk away from people like that. A lot of people want to see you down. I told you, man, there be people that'll prey on your downfall. And then, like, some of these people are considered, what do they call them? Energy vampires. Some of these people are energy vampires. Well, they just suck the damn life out of you when you around them, and you could feel it, because it's like when you around them, it ain't nothing but like darkness. You know what's crazy? I've had friends that told me, like, girl, smile, lift your head up, be happy, ooh, you know what I'm saying? But the whole time, what they fail to realize is they're sucking my positive energy out of me that I had before I came around them. They sucking it out of me, and they sucking it up into they self, and now they happy and they positive, and I'm sitting here like, man, what's wrong with me, bro? Like, damn. And I just know that they a part of the problem. I know it's them because I can sense it and I can feel it in my spirit. And I can't put my finger on it all the way, but I know it's them. They be the main ones trying to tell you that you sit and you think too much. They be the main ones telling you stay positive, be happy. But then they turn around and they stealing your happiness and your joy from you. That's what the devil do. They be the main ones that's sitting up there. They vent to you about the negativity going on in their life all day. But the minute that you ready to vent, or the minute that you look a certain kind of way, now it's a problem to them. Now they got a problem. Like, I don't understand these people, but I do at the same time, because looking at it in the spiritual aspect, it's like they're demons. They demons. I knew I had to stay away from a certain person when I realized that every time, literally every time, my life is on top and I'm back talking to them. So, like, when we cool, right? My life is on top. I'm good. They shit is crumbling, right? This how you know you dealing with a demonic person. When you cool with them, or y'all get back cool, y'all reinstate friendship, whatever the case may be. Your life is good, they life is crumbling, right? And all of a sudden, mid friendship, your life start crumbling piece by piece, and all of a sudden now they up on top, and you out here, you messed up, and they good, and they out here bragging about their life and how everything going good for them. All of a sudden, it didn't start going good for them until you started talking to them. They literally have sucked your life dry. But now that you identified the problem, it's time to walk away from them. And I guarantee you, the minute that you walk away from them, I ain't gonna say it's gonna happen right away, but over time, their life is gonna crumble right back down, and you're gonna be back on top. Because it's them. They're the issue. They're a part of the fucking problem. And sometimes you got those friends that encourage you to do the wrong things. Just because they out here doing it, you know what I'm saying? Just because they out here doing it don't mean that you should go do it. Because it ain't gonna do nothing but leave you in hot water. They good because they demons. You know what I'm saying? See, when they are dwelling in the flesh. Let's get spiritual a little bit. They already dwelling in the flesh. You're more so walking on the righteous path. So when you kind of slip and slide or backslide, and you get to dwelling in the flesh right along with them, doing certain things that they get to doing, and sometimes we don't even know us, like, righteous folks or people walking on the righteous path, spiritual people. We don't even know that we actually starting to low-key dwell in the flesh a little bit until bad things start coming our way, and it's like, damn, what the fuck, like, what just went wrong? Then you identify the problem, and then when you identify the problem, you know that it's them. Stay away from people like that. Stay away. I've start walking again. Listen, I've had to definitely stay away from them type of folks. Like I said, my biggest issue always has been trying to reinstate friendships. I'm always the one apologizing, always the one coming to them talking about I'm sorry, even though I know I ain't really did nothing wrong. I'm just that much of a grown woman and an adult that I'm willing to apologize even when I'm not wrong. And even when I am wrong, I tell them where I did go wrong at. But I know that you childish when you can't even admit your wrongs and take accountability for your wrongdoings. I know at that point you're childish. You know? I know you childish when you quick to hurry up and run away from a friendship. Also, another thing too, y'all, another sign to look for. If y'all got kids, if both of y'all got kids, and you support their kids, you willing to be there for their kids, but they ain't trying to do the same for yours, and they don't really give two shits about your children. Oh, baby, when I say walk away, run. Run. It's just, people like that don't want to see you glow up. They don't want to see you glow. They don't want to see your kids glow with you. They want you to give them all the credit. Another thing too, speaking, before I get off of here, I just want to say another thing that Stephen Darby taught me and my husband to do. Sometimes y'all wonder why certain situations happen and keep occurring in your life. Negative things. Why you always in certain how can I say it? Why you always wonder why it's always some bad shit happening, you know? Look around your house. Look around your house. Look at the clothes that you got. Look at the shoes that you got. Look at the pots and the pans and whatever it is. Don't even matter. If that was given to you from a negative, demonic person that you cut off years ago or a while ago, get it out of your damn house. It's time to toss it. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Because, see, it got their demons all over it. And it's in your house. That's why things keep going wrong in your household and you don't understand why, or outside of your household and you don't understand why. Get rid of that stuff. I remember when me and my husband was going through our homeless situation, and we had bags full of clothes with us that we was taking along everywhere. Anytime we had to go sleep in hotel rooms, sleep in a car, whatever the case may be. We was dragging those bags along with us, and it was full of clothes that was given to us from evil, demonic people that didn't even want to help us in our situation, that laughed at us, that spread rumors about us, that didn't give a damn about us. Y'all know we threw all that shit away. And the only thing that we left ourselves with was what we bought ourselves. And when I tell you it lifted burdens off of our shoulders, and our relationship between each other, because sometimes at that time we would be like, kind of lightweight disagreeing and stuff like that. It wasn't like harsh disagreements, but we would always wonder, like, damn, why is we study getting into these like little disagreements and stuff? Why are we steady arguing? Why is we steady, why is it bad shit always surrounding us or whatnot? When I tell you, the minute that we threw them clothes out, got rid of all that stuff, man, it was like a huge burden lifted off us, and everything just started going really good for us. Everything started falling into place for us. Those demons was still with us through the clothes. It could be so simple as clothes, literally. It ain't even worth it. Get rid of that stuff. And speaking of that, I need to do a huge sweep out of a lot of things that was given to me from a lot of negative people recently this year. So with that being said, guys, hope you guys, really watch this all the way to the end. I got more content coming for y'all. Make sure y'all stay tuned. Hit that thumbs up button for me. Don't forget to click the notification bell as well. And most importantly, make sure you hit that subscribe button, y'all. All right, I'm out.